I don't know why I thought about this, but have y'all ever had that, pizza, like a Caesar's pizza that you just left over and it just does not taste like a pizza anymore? Well, this is what I had in mind. So I'm going to figure out how to kind of revive that pizza. So I'm going to start off with putting some butter, smearing some butter all around the pizza, because you know how butter kind of moistens the crust. So I'm going to kind of revive that moisture, and then we'll take it from there after we warm up this pizza. So I'm going to just smear this on here. Okay, we got that butter smeared on there, and now we are just going to let this warm up for I don't know how long. I'm just going to reheat it. I'm going to put it on 375 because it be taking its time for about 10-15 minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at it. That butter is definitely melting. That bread is heating. I got my own little sauce I'm going to be dipping a piece in once it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in these pepperonis on that pizza and sprinkle some Parmesan as well on the pizza, because they don't be putting enough cheese for me. Let's taste this. Throw in some of these pepperonis. Because I like my pizza with a whole bunch of pepperonis and cheese. That's just how I eat it. You gotta have one or the other. And when I tell y'all this pizza ain't have either, a tiny bit of cheese, a tiny bit of cheese and a tiny bit of pepperonis, I'm just like, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this on there, and I'm gonna grab this Parmesan cheese, do some sprinkling. So I am actually going to take these out, sprinkle the cheese on there, and then I'm going to put them back in. Looking like a whole new pizza. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle this Parmesan cheese on there. On top of them pepperonis, so it's kind of going to be like them deep dish pizzas where, the cheese is inside, the inside out pizza, I think. The cheese is on the outside, or the pepperonis is on the inside the pizza. You can't see it, but it's there. So yeah. So that should be enough cheese. What y'all think? That's the only cheese I got right now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stick these back in there. Oh, I actually wanted to throw some onions in there as well. These are my favorite of onions, y'all. And we will check on it in a little bit. Okay, so let's check on this sauce that I put together. I put some onion seasoning, garlic seasoning. I put some of my guacamoles, some cheese, some paprika, a whole bunch of different herbal spices, and salt. I like my stuff creamy. That's why I was like, if I had some sour cream, I would definitely throw this in there. I would definitely throw some sour cream in there.
It's done.
So yes, this is what this pizza is looking like. put on my little homemade sauce that I just threw together.
You know, it can move. You know, that still pizza, that leftover pizza wasn't moving. This is actually bending. Mm-hmm.
It's the food. Can I some? Can I some? Can I some?
I am. Mm-mm-mm.
So I finally got my clothes washed, and now I am about to set them, fold them, and put them all in these cubicles. But first, I want to talk about, there's this verse in the Bible that says, do not awaken love until the appropriate timing. And I feel like this hit deep. This goes deep. Basically, as you would, just as there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time to play, there's a time to go to work, there's a time to sleep, there's a time to eat, there's a time to be affectionate, there's a time to be humorous. You know, there's a time for everything, and I feel like this is what this verse means. You know, you have to treat love in the same way, especially now, today. You know, when you feel like you're about to feel, you know, when you're feeling passionate or you like someone so much, I feel like you kind of got to hold back, you know. It's not time. It's not time, you know. So that's kind of what I got out of it. You just have to be cautious with your heart, and you have to keep telling your mind all the time, it is not the appropriate time for love. Do not love until the appropriate time. Keep repeating it to yourself. Do not love until the appropriate time. Do not love until the appropriate time. If you have to, just keep repeating it as an affirmation, you know, because you just got to be on guard. After all that you've been through, after all that you experienced with so many different people that kind of traumatized you and made you feel like you have to now be on guard, that hurt you and disappointed you, you know, that made you feel heartbroken. This is how you have to go on. This is how you have to move on, you know, from that time, from the past, and basically heal. And this is your time of healing. You know, sometimes it just takes a certain verse to keep you going in the right direction so that you don't backtrack on what, you know, what you experienced with that person with another person, or what you experienced. You know, you can see that person going by, you can see, you know, you don't want to be put in that same situation all over again. So this is how you have to treat it going forward, you know. When you feel like you at that point, you got to stop yourself and be like, do not love until the appropriate time. Is that what it's? I kind of forgot it already. Do not awaken love until the appropriate time. Do not awaken love until the appropriate time. Think about it as love is asleep. Let your love be asleep. Let your love be at peace. Let your love be at rest. Allow your love to just rest. Do not always try to awaken love. Don't be forceful to awaken love. Don't be quick to jump up and awaken love. Don't be bothersome to love. Allow love to wake up on its own and know that when that time comes, that's when love will awaken. But until then, tell yourself, do not awaken love until the appropriate time. Do not awaken love until the appropriate time. Do not awaken love until the appropriate time. It's kind of like a discipline, because being raised, we will always, we learned to just be open. We didn't learn anything about love. They don't teach you nothing about love in school. Just think about that. They do not teach you about love in school. This is something that just comes naturally, and we just go along with it. That is kind of a question to ask yourself. Why did they not teach about love? They taught about, if you that's one emotion they never taught about. But yeah, so, yeah, that's something you just got to keep telling yourself. Do not awaken love until the appropriate time. Allow love to sleep. Allow love to get its rest. Just like the body needs rest, just like your spirit needs rest, just like, you need rest. Treat it the same way. Love needs rest too. So, yeah. So he came in the house crying his little butt off. And now he just won't be quiet. Just whining. Trying to see if he's going to come in here. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong? What's wrong? Huh? What's wrong?
No.
Well, I do have to make him a dentist appointment. He has a lot of cavities. And I heard, at school they had, this dentist truck, and they said that the tooth that's, I guess I was going to wait till it fell out, but they said this tooth needs attention. So the fact that it hasn't came out yet, maybe it's something preventing it from coming out, and maybe I do have to go to the dentist. So that's something I am going to be looking into next, is getting him a dentist appointment. I haven't done it yet though, because the only dentist clinic they have is in Youngstown. So most likely I'm probably going to ask his dad for some cash for a lift or something. Maybe we can do something half and half to get me to that appointment in Youngstown. Yeah, I know the bus goes that way, but depending on what time I'm supposed to be there, I'm not trying to get down there. Well, I could go down there and then get to the transit and then order an Uber from there. I don't know, but the way my network be working on my phone is sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm not trying to get down there and boom, I'm stuck. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna try to make him a dentist appointment, and however I can get there, I will figure that out once I get that appointment. So yeah.